Hey everybody, welcome back to Wrenching with Grandpa. End of January, we got rain coming in just any minute, and lots been going on. Mostly the weather has been just miserable. It's been cold. It's been just unmanageable as far as trying to do much other than just get to work, get through the day, come home, and make sure, you know, the roof doesn't leak and there's something to eat. But I do hope that all of you are doing well, and thank you for joining me this evening. The video this evening is just going to kind of be, I don't know what to call it, trying to do some work behind the scenes, and there's a lot of stuff that's not video content quality that you just gotta do, especially with a restoration project. So let me just kind of show you where I'm at. Hang on. I don't even know if she'll start. Let's shot. Let's see what happens. Well, she's been sitting for a while, and it's been really cold, as most of us know. And so the old battery's kind of not working right now. So put a charger on her, and we'll see if we can't get her to kick off here in a minute. But let me show you what's going on. Now, I'm going to say this. There are a lot of folks out there that are doing restorations, retro mods, whatever, on some of these old Mopars, and God love you. You definitely, it's a calling. It's not something you would do as a recreational sport like tennis or scuba diving or whatever. But it is something that a lot of us share a passion for, trying to keep these old girls going, making them look pretty. So, right now, we're going to continue in the process of rebuilding suspension. we got this cleaned up, got the new cylinder, got all the shiny stuff. Right now, I've been looking, this lower control joint, ball joint. I'm not sure if it's going to be usable or not. That's still debatable. And obviously, if we're going to do one, we'll do both. But does the parts list never end? I honestly hope that they're going to be okay. They just need some TLC and lubrication, like most of us need lubrication. There she is. Feel pretty. Yes, indeed. Still want to do the 4-barrel setup on this girl, but I haven't been able to find anything, you know, EOM or period correct as far as a cast 4-barrel. So I'm probably going to end up having to buy an aluminum, you know, which is fine, but right now that's just not in the budget. So, you know, maybe if I hit the lottery or find some money in a jar buried in the backyard, which probably won't happen, that's down the road. We need to get her on the road before we need to worry about her performing kind of right now. Now, I will say this. The ongoing project is obviously brakes. We still got that one to rebuild, this one, and the one across the street. But all of the old brake lines have been ripped out. So we've got all the new ones sitting over on that side of the shop to start putting back together and getting all that done. One of the things that we discovered in trying to fix some of this stuff was that the, let me get you in here. Here we go. Bear with me, folks. Where you're, see if we can get this thing focused. Bear with me, folks. Let's try this. Okay. You have the factory mount flanging for your upper A frame or upper A frame, ball joint assembly, and your camber bolts. And this metal comes down and it has a slotted bolt through to accommodate the camber bolt. And it's that way on both sides. Well, as we discovered from the other side, and as I have discovered on this side as well, that either through age, stress, and some less than professional reinstallation, because these upper A-frame bushings have been replaced at some point, God, probably 20 years ago. These camber bolt mountings are a mess. They're cracked, they're broken. We can't put new suspension and still have broken frame parts because that ain't gonna work. So I do have the metal. The big hang up over here has been, as it was over there, but not nearly as bad. These camber bolts have been in here for so long that over the time frame of years, decades, whatever, the rubber of the bushing has literally vulcanized itself to the camber bolt, which means you can't get the camber bolt out easily. Now, I have spent probably, I don't know how long, more longer than it would take me to eat a chicken sandwich and have a good amount of adult beverage, to try to figure out a way to get this fixed. Well, it's basically come down to this. I've been using alternately a propane torch to try to burn all of the rubber material of the bushings out here and there, mostly concentrating on this part up here, and using a something like this to get up there and remove all of that old plastic bushing material or rubber bushing material, to free things up enough in there excuse me, to where with lubrication, Master Blaster, that I can get things moving around enough to where I can finally get those bolts freed up and out, so that we can get this out, put the new upper ball joint in it, new bushings and shocks and blah blah blah, and get all of the brake lines run. So, you know, it's been lots of fun. And of course, honestly, folks, I haven't been able to be out here much. I've been putting in a lot of hours at work, as well as the fact that the weather has just been biting. I mean, I don't need to say anything. I think we all know how crappy it's been lately. And since this is not a heated shop, you know, with all the big YouTube fancy stuff like power tools and stuff, when it's 25 degrees outside, it's 25 degrees in the shop, which means Grandpa's in the house sipping on a warm cup of coffee and maybe a muffin, not out here. So that's kind of where we're at, have been at. Do have some things coming up this spring. Hooked up with some good people that have got some great classic car rebuilds that we're going to try to be doing, we are going to be doing some video appearances of. Power tour, I've been trying to talk about, you know, us doing power tour. Well, I'll be perfectly honest with you folks, this year has not been really that great for a lot of us. Between medical bills and higher utility costs and gas and utility groceries. I mean, most of us are not in the position to just go, okay, let's spend a week driving our classic car to 5 states in 5 days and all that. We do hope to make an appearance this year. Not sure what Jerry's up to, but I know that at least I will be at Atlanta Motor Speedway on Monday, the first day of the tour, talking to people, shooting some video, hanging out. But quite honestly, this year's, we were hoping to do the 5 days, do the long hauler. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this year. We'll work for next year, and maybe we'll have her all tuned out, and maybe we can do it with her. Definitely want to try to have her on some in some shows this spring in the North Georgia area, maybe South Carolina. We'll see. But we've also got the 04 Tahoe 71 that we brought back from North Carolina. We did get a new battery in her. We do have some bells and whistles, but none of them are right. I mean, this is going to be an electrical nightmare, kind of like, you know, getting Christmas tree lights out of the attic that your grandma bought 30 years ago, and she wants you to string them on the outside of the house. Yeah, that's this kind of project. So stay tuned, that'll be coming. We got more stuff with the Camaro, with the engine build going on with that. folks, I'm going to try to bring you some stuff across the yard, Mopar, Chevy, Ford, whatever. If it's something that I have an interest in, and hopefully you will as well, when it comes to these cool old cars and what folks are doing, myself, you, and anybody else, to try to, you know, put them back on the road. And I'll throw this out there. If you're somewhere where it's, you know, easily accessible for me to get to you or you to me, I would love to showcase your vehicle and the story you have on what you're doing with them. So let's see if the little bit of time on the battery charger, let's see if we can get her to crank as we end up the video here. Well, there she is. Got a heart of gold. Thanks for watching. Please big thumbs up if you like the content. Comments are always suggested. And please, if you're not subscribed, please consider it. And please share with your friends. I'm an old guy, not a lot of viewers, but I appreciate all of you who have subscribed. And let's bring 2023 into a great year of some fun times. Love you guys. Godspeed. Bye-bye.